since I last did this show, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I've sort of come across all these bands, and it's just been, a lovely time. Box Tape again are really interesting and really cool. So there's 2 of them. Everything you're about to hear is written and recorded in their home studio, which I think is really impressive when you listen to how good it sounds. They have this. A lot of their tunes have this kind of post-punk vibe, but they're also. I'm quite big into folk music. I go to a folk festival every year, and to me they remind me of like Sandy Denny from Fairport Convention, and people of that kind of a Steel Eye Span. I can't remember her name. The person sang in Steel Eye Span is that kind of folky, what I would call a folky vocal,
right.
with these really cool. Kind of changes, and there's some timing changes and some tempo change and whatever else in the songs, and they just tie together really nicely. So this one you're about to hear is kind of quite poppy, and I think it's a bit of an artistic statement, I guess. It's a deliberate kind of this is a pop song kind of thing, and then it's got this wicked breakdown in it, and you're just like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. And I love that. I think they're really cool, and again, for 2 people, I think it's really powerful. So,
right on, man.
Box Tape rocks, man.
I just want to say I love time changes. I love that when a band changes tempo, and they can do it proficiently. It's like the coolest thing.
Well, and that's the biggest thing, though, right? I mean, it's when you're doing like a bunch of time changes, you got to be right in the head with it, because otherwise it's just going to sound garbage. I mean, whether you're a musician, whether you're a musician or not, you can tell, you can hear it's like, no, it doesn't flow properly, and there's only certain bands that are good at it. And even something like playing off time, and we'll do that very, very quickly. We'll skim over that really quickly. So off time, we'll talk first about there's Soundgarden, old Soundgarden. If you listen to like Screaming Life and Louder Than Love, and even like Super Unknown and Bad Motorfinger, you listen to it. Matt Cameron, the drummer, is playing off time quite a few times, but it just floats because he does it well. Well, the biggest song that stands out is on the album Louder Than Love. I believe it was like 89 or 90 when it came out. There's a song called Gun on it, and that one, listen to it carefully, you'll see how offbeat the drumming is, but it sounds so amazing.
It fits perfectly, doesn't it? Yeah, no,
exactly.
Absolutely. I can't remember if this Box Tape song has many time changes, but them as a band, I know, kind of do that stuff, so it'd be interesting.
Nice.
Now I'm going to listen to this again, I'm going to listen out specifically for the time changes.
Well,
I love Iron Maiden. They do tons of time changes, but not every song has time changes.
But I got 2 more examples real quick. The next one is Tool has done it a few times, more than enough times. Like Danny Carey. I mean, that guy is just a phenomenal drummer, so you can't knock him at all for the offbeat time changes and some of his time signatures. And you wonder how someone's arms can move that fast, because on Einema, not the song Einema, but I can't remember the name of the song, but either way, the time signature for the drumming is 7/4 timing. It's like, how the hell are your arms moving that fast? And you see him live, and you can't believe it. Like, this big guy is just killing it. His arms are like moving at the speed of sound. And so yeah, I just wanted to bring those 2 things up just to kind of tie in. As far as time changes go, or tempo changes, one of the biggest bands that does it very well, and it's pretty much like the bands on ADD, is a band called the Mars Volta.
I saw the Mars Volta. I love that band.
I've seen them too, and before they were at the Drive-In, which was just as cool. And so yeah, they are known for the consistent, like, this crazy time changes. It's really like they're like ADD, but they make it work.
I've seen Rush a couple times and Iron Maiden a million times, and
so
very good at that.
Without further ado, I'll shut up and we'll get to Box Tape. Here we go with the fancy objects. Dig this.
And I don't need your fancy shit. Got 6 strings and a plastic pick. A hollowed out guitar. When I play it, I might just find out who you are. This is the chorus of a stupid song, designed to make you dance and sing along. Who cares if it's just 3 chords? The boys and girls will be over midnight. And I don't need your fancy jets. microphone and a mixing desk. Several scraps of paper and a pen that writes down all my inner monologues. This is the chorus of a stupid song designed to make you dance and sing along. Who cares if it's just 3 chords? The boys and girls will be over me and horns. Basically what I'm saying is you don't need anything more than this. You play guitar and sing a band, there's nothing you can't handle. This is a chorus of a stupid song designed to make you dance and sing along. Who cares if it's just 4 chords? You've heard this 3 times already. I hope you're not getting
Box tape with fancy objects. Now that was a cool song, and for a duo, man, that was fucking cool, man. Let me tell you, that was a really cool. That breakdowns and this from the guitar licks, man, that was awesome. Like I really enjoyed that one.
It's great, isn't it? It's just completely. I can't think of a band that really sounds like.
No,
that.
man, it's like off the wall.
Equally, they sound like loads of stuff I like. It's just brilliant, really good. I can't remember how I came across them actually, but yeah, that came out when I sent that to you. I thought it was already out, and I was like, oh, it's new, but it might not be that new. But actually, I didn't realise they'd given me an early copy. It actually came out on Wednesday, so that is brand new for New Music Saturday now.
Oh wow!
Right on. You know, and I always enjoy the world premieres But it's fun though, because even if the music's like a few months old, it doesn't matter. No, it's still new, and like it's good to hear. No, I like it no matter what. Because I mean, there's a lot of times I'll play like stuff that's been like a year or two old, but you know, some people haven't heard it yet, and it's decent stuff, and it deserves the consistent airplay. And the difference is from a lot of shows on the air, podcasts or not. You know, I like to keep things fresh. I don't like to play the song to death too often. I want to get the airplay, but you know, I kind of switched up a little bit and kind of every other week sort of thing. That way it gets played, but it's not done to death, so people don't get sick of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to play 1inFive every week, man.
Yeah. Hint, right?
Hey, you know what? I agree. Like, man, I'm sorry. Like, when I listen to the radio, I'm sick of hearing the same song 3 times a day on the same station. Like, okay, man, like, I don't need to hear that.
That's why I don't listen to the radio pretty much ever. The only time I don't have choices at work, but it's so funny because the station they have on, because it's the airport, right? So they go from promoting drug use, which is, you know, with Oasis with the Champagne Supernova, you know, to like like Billy Joel or or Lana Miles. Is like, okay, where are we going with this? Like, this is so it's pretty funny sometimes just to hear the different songs throughout the day of how they're going. I mean, I could care less what's being played, you know. I mean, if it's something I like, well, good, but if not, it's not really a big deal because I'm not paying attention to the airport because I got a job to do, right? But
all I gotta say is I'm in my car for like 15 minutes to work, 15 minutes home from work, 10 minutes to the dog park, 10 minutes home from the dog park, and I hear one song 3 times.
Oh yeah.
How does that work out?
Well, it's frustrating. I mean, we all know why it happens, but it just gets frustrating after a while. But even just bring it to the next song here. Even like the satellite radio, even that repeats itself too, right? Because they say, well, we have an all grunge station, we have an all metal station, yada yada yada. No commercials, and there's some commercials in there, and the same thing here, same songs over. It's like, well, it's not really. It may be all grunge, but if it's the same stuff all the time, it kind of defeats the purpose of actually putting it on air, right?
That's where it frustrates me. Sorry, I just want to say this again. Like, when they want a classic rock station wants to play Neil Young, they play, Cinnamon Girl maybe, and a bunch of stuff. But he's got a million songs, and you hear the same 4 songs
Right.
over and over and over. It's like, come on.
No, I so agree, because Neil Young is one of my favourite ever artists. I absolutely love Neil Young, and you literally, if you hear Neil Young on the radio, it's one of about 4 songs.
Exactly.
There's so much more in there. Everyone should know about Neil Young, right? Neil Young is awesome. Everyone should know everything by him. So my wife, when I met her, didn't like Neil Young, or didn't think she liked Neil Young. She loves him now, because I'm like, you're like this, because this is completely different to what you think you've heard, because he's done grunge stuff and punk stuff and folk
everything,
stuff.
yeah.
He's
the Godfather.
And whatever. Just everything. And he nails it all.
Yeah.
Well, one more quick thing we'll get to our next tune here is, this was, I'm going to say, like 97, maybe 98. But Neil Young, I'm pretty sure it was MTV Music Awards, but he played, he did like not a mashup, but he conjoined with Pearl Jam, and they played Rockin' the Free World together. And
yeah, I love that.
That was a really good tune, having both vocalists, and Eddie Vedder, like, he really, not quite the Neil Young voice, but a bit more gritty, but some of his different tones. But it was really cool nonetheless. So it was a good collaboration, is the word I was looking for.
I know there's a YouTube video, it's actually really well done, of them doing it in Toronto, live together. It's pretty sweet. It's about 10 minutes long, because they break it down, whatever, but he comes on about halfway through.
Speaking of which, one last thing here, because I was telling a friend about the other day that she didn't know it existed, and this was online probably about a year or so ago. I'm sure it is still on YouTube, but it just seemed random that they were all at the same kind of like, I guess, bar, whatever it was. But there is a cover of "Come Together," but the 3 people in it: Alice Cooper, Steven Tyler, and Weird Al effing Yankovic.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I want to see
And it's on YouTube, man. Look it up. It's a killer cover, and it just random that all 3 were in the same place, same time. But man, what a job well done, all 3 of them. Like, hats off. I'm a huge Alice Cooper fan, but man, that was awesome.
That's class. I have to say, you guys have completely told the world a little secret and called me out slightly on this, because that Pearl Jam and Neil Young collaboration that you were talking about, so we cover that. That's our only cover in the band.
Nice.
And the way that we cover Rockin' in the Free World, we specifically sat down and listened to that version and went, let's try and do it like that. So now everyone's going to know that. We're going to have to find a new cover.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. We'll do the Canadian thing and apologize profusely. We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, eh? Oh, I'm so sorry.
So let's get to our next song here. The band is called Wolf Sunday. Mike?
Wolf Sunday is a very good friend of mine. Wolf Sunday, so he's a singer-songwriter, but don't be fooled by what you would imagine a singer-songwriter to be. This is folk punk poet, whatever you want to call it. This is a man with a purpose, and he's on a mission. He is constantly touring. He is gigging everywhere, all around the country, all the time, and I don't know how he affords to do it, or how he has the drive to carry on doing it. But this man has passion. He has class, and he writes some absolutely blinding tunes. And again, this is brand new, so I don't know if this was this week or the week before, but this is his kind of new single. But he's got a back catalogue, a couple of albums that are just brilliant stuff. And if you've heard of people like Beans on Toast, stuff like that, who people sort of quote as the modern, the 21st century Bob Dylan or whatever, he's that kind of genre. But oh man, he's just spankingly good. So again, if you like what you've heard so far, I reckon you'll love Wolf Sunday.
Right on, here we go with Wolf Sunday and Damage Control. Dig this.
Na da 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 da.